I've lived in Newton County 91 years. That's my home. I was born and raised here in Newton County. All except the time I was here till I went off to college, went to the Army, and that's it.
Okay.
And I've been here ever since. Well, after I finished college, Clark College, I got a job here in Newton County at the Board of Education. And I enjoyed it very, very much. When I first went there, though, it wasn't too good because everything was different. Everything was different from Newton County, but after I stayed there, well, matter of fact, my superintendent, he knew the chairman of the board and social service. He got the job as the superintendent, but he was working at that time here in Newton County. And I was the assistant principal at the elementary school in Porterdale. So he wanted me to go with him. I said, okay, let's see if the money right. So we got the money right, and I decided to go down there with him. He stayed with me 1 year and left me. I left me by myself. So I stayed down there until I retired, about 17 years. Well, when I first went there, it wasn't too good. White was fighting against the black was fighting against the white, and I had a hard time during that first year. And after that year, my man left me by myself, so I stayed on there. The board insisted I stay with them. So I stayed on with them and took care of everything. At that time, we didn't have no newspaper. In other words, when I went to social circuit, it was backward, completely. And I made it what it is today. I did. We didn't have no newspaper. We didn't have nothing to work with, hardly. They just had a school, and that was it. They didn't have no kind of discipline, no kind of nothing. But I turned all that stuff around. I was in the forest engineer, and I got my basic training in Fort Jackson, South Carolina. And after I got my training, come back, they sent me to what's called McDonald, to the welding place. I stayed, and I was right here at home. I go back and forth every day while I was in service. And when I finished that, they sent me overseas to France. And when I went to France, I was driving the new lieutenant around every day. I was dressed up every day in my A1 uniform. I didn't have no problem. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed my service. Well, I decided, I said, nah, I think I can do a little better. Let me go higher. So I decided to get me a master's degree in administration. That would push me up higher, you see. Then I would be able to talk with the people, get them to understand, see what I understand. Well, right now I have about two or three businesses. My first business I had was the bonding. I was a bail bondsman. And the reason why I decided that, I was just out of college, didn't know what to do, just doing it. And I applied for a bonding job due to the fact we didn't have but one bondsman here in Newton County. And that was Mr. Holyfield. He was a white fella. So I said, I'm gonna try it too. So I applied for it, and the next 3 or 4 days, I got announced and said I had made the deal. But now I got another business now, I call it Under the Stars Banquet Center. Yes, City Council of Oxford, Georgia. 37 years. That was good. That was good. Every now and then I run into a problem, but I let them know in the very beginning I was the first person, black man, to be on the city council. So I let them know in the beginning I was here for the right thing and not nobody's baby. I'm gonna speak my piece. And I didn't have no more trouble. But the people in Oxford, they the one put me in, white and black. And they worked with me all the way. All the way. I didn't have no problem with them. Every now and then, when the council members would flare up with something, you know, I put them back in the track. Let them know where I stand. And that was it. Well, school has changed over time. See, along the time when I was going to school, we had a black school and we had a white school. But since then, it's changed. We done integrated to school. Yeah, it done changed quite a bit. Yeah, and I think that's the best part.
The change?
The change. I think that's the best part, the change. Yeah. Fight for what you want. Don't give up. Put your trust in God and He will take care of you.
Amen.
That's my legacy.